Okay. So market testing is basically like when you have an idea, it can be into different things, right? Idea, concept, or a product or a prototype, right? And you want to understand what will be the response of customers, right? Mostly it is used in testing. It can be also used in a concept or a software testing also, right? But the main idea is whether my idea is viable rather than spending a lot of money when I'm working on those projects or a product, right? Whether those, so this is this market research, the market research steps what we studied in the beginning, right? So that is before you develop a product, develop a service, you want to change something, right? Now once you start building those prototypes, once you start working on those new product services, right? Now what you try to understand that we want to validate, right? You want to build a prototype, you want, it can be a software applications also, or it can be a product also. Let's say that tea or coffee consumption, you did a market research, came back and say that yes, people have moved from age group from 25 to 35, they are becoming much more health conscious because they have right now mostly sedentary jobs, so they are moving away from this tea and coffee, they're more looking into this organic drinks or organic teas and all those things, green teas. So now I know this is my target group, right? So this is what my market research study is telling. So that let's say company starts developing that product prototype. So now the time is for market testing, the second phase. Because before they spend 100 crores in plant machineries and all those things to build a full-fledged business. So they'll do a market testing, right? Build a prototype of that green tea, but they do not have those kind of product, and try to understand whether customers are accepting that product. If customers are not accepting, they'll try to make certain changes. Then also if they're not accepting, so they'll know that that 5 crores or 3 crores what they spend is gone waste and they'll not spend more, right? So this is where market testing becomes much more important, because if you based on your market research study you spend 100 crores and actual sales did not happen, it will be a huge loss for your company, right? So market testing comes in between your marketing research and your final product production. It can be product, services, software, processes, it can be anything, right? It can be a simple application like Zomato also, or something new applications you are developing, right? So that will be, or some website you are developing, right? We'll discuss different types of market testing, but the main idea is you are starting to develop on certain concepts, idea, product, prototypes, software, services, whichever it is, right? Before getting a full-fledged production, you want to test that from the market, right? So there are different ways of doing market testing. So this is a control experiment done in a limited but a carefully selected sector of the marketplace, right? So we are not going full-fledged, limited amount of control. So you can collect data. Control means we have control over those information. We have control over the data, whom we are selecting, what kind of information we are collecting, right? And we have to take care of how much cost, time, and control, right? Control means how much, who will be our subject group test group and who will be our control group. So there are different methods of market testing. Speculative sale, right? So this is somewhere like whether it is in B2C or B2B, right? Mostly used rather than spending lot of time for a new product or services. If you talk about this is it, in between you ask that would you buy it, right? So this is where you go and approach different customers, talk about your new product, new services, new processes, mostly used in B2B, and to start to ask them whether they will be interested in this product, right? So again, like if out of 100 customers, only 10 or 20 or 15 are talking that yes, they'll be interested, then they'll know that what will be your market response rate, right? We'll discuss what is a simulated test market, standard test market, control test market. So I'll keep that aside. Informal selling, again, this is rather than like you train your this distributor people or the retailer, those people, those salesperson from retailer or distributor, right? Then ask them to go and pitch into your client, right? You must have seen this. Lot of people go and sell these dictionaries, books. They might come to your house or sometimes to the institute house companies, right? try to sell certain items, right? New items that they will always talk about, okay, this is a new item, very kind of limited number of items we have produced, and this is only for you. Why don't you take it, right? Then direct marketing. So you like mostly for catalog based product, some furniture, some items, which is kind of a limited amount of production which has happened. You can send that to again testing it, right? So you have not got into full fledged production. So you put that into a catalog. Right now, obviously, it has reduced a lot, right? If you see catalog sales are not happening that, right? Earlier, it used to happen, which right now e-commerce has taken place of all those catalog sales. So if you see this, all those star marks, mini marketing, test marketing, rollout, right? So these are basically single method or a single approach, different phases of that, right? So mini marketing, if I say, let's say ITC is trying to launch, or let's say any other company, always I try to give ITC, let's say any other FMCG company trying to launch this organic drink, green tea or something like that, right? So these are the three different approaches of the same method, right? Same method when you want to test your product, right? Mini marketing is limited number of outlets, maybe in the same city. Most of the times, Hyderabad in India is taken as a standard city to do this kind of testing, right? Because a lot of people from different locations stay there. So it is equally like if you see in Hyderabad is one place where Hindi is also southern part of India, but still people, lot of people talk in Hindi, right? So that is a good place to do all this kind of testing. uh, Test marketing, representative piece of total market, regular channels, local media. So if I look into mini marketing, maybe one city, few outlets. Test marketing, few other cities looking into different kind of locations, different kind of households, right? Then rollout is actually when you are very confident, now I am kind of fully ready for the final launch, right? So this is around bigger market share, little bit better, bigger than the test marketing, 25% of the market generally. Monitor sales product that. So this is basically, so you are now ready for your product launch. Now what you're looking into, whether your distributor, retailer are able to manage your product sales, how, what are the inventory turnover. So now actually you have send your production, whatever the green tea or whatever the item, to all those outlets, around 25 to or 30% of your outlets. Now you are doing that run, final run, that when the customer is ordering, how much time it is taking to order to come to your plant, then plant is making the production, and again it is going to the retailer, right? Before launching 100%, you are doing that test run, right? So that is the rollout, right? So these are the stages of a single approach, single method, right? Mini marketing, maybe one city, few outlets. Test marketing, different cities, different type of outlets. Rollout is the final, before final production launch. You want to understand whether you are ready, actually your plant is ready, your distributor, retailers do not complain that okay, we do not have the warehouse to store new products. If let's say it is a milk, or it is a item which might get kind of it needs special storage, right? So your distributor, retailer might say that okay, we do not have that kind of capability, right? Mostly it happens for this kind of milk based products, amul and all those things, right? They need certain temperature to be stored, right? So those things when you are trying to test, that will be rollout before your final product launch, right? Any questions on this? Everybody understands at least what is the difference between market research? Again, market testing is actually a part of market research, but we are trying to see it in a different way. Market research happens, then your product development, software development, all these things started happening. Then in between, before you launch your product, market testing happens, right? Any doubt on the difference part? So then what kind of different market testing, right? Here, first we'll talk about the our standard product, physical products, right? Which you can touch and feel, right? FMCG, automobiles and all those things, right? It can be consumer products, that is B2C, like I said, green tea or a vehicle, right? All those things. or industrial products, B2B. For B2C, there are generally three methods, right? Another is that sales web approach, which I just discussed. In your speculative sale, informal selling, all those come under sales web research. Otherwise, generally these type of methods: standard test method, control test method, simulated test method. These three are basically for you B2C, that is consumer products. Let's say mobile phone, or these FMCG products, or these two-wheelers. All these will fall under this consumer product. Then industrial product, which is for B2B, that is test marketing for new industrial product. So mostly either in a trade show you will try to display your product, or you will distributor and dealer display rooms, right? So industrial customers will go and visit. Let's say there is a new compressor, there is a new let's say this JCB machine, right? How you show that? Whenever you are launching that, trade show is a good platform to launch those products and see that whether those industrial customers are showing their interest or not, right? Air shows, if you see, typical example will be air shows, where a lot of Boeing, Lockheed Martin, Rafael, all those big companies come and show their new airplanes, ammunitions, right? Arms is a big. We talk about stopping war, but arms is a big kind of market overall worldwide. If you see, uh, this kind of military arms is one of the biggest business in world, right? So all these ammunition shows, air shows, basically lot of companies come and show their new capabilities, new tools, new aircraft, right? So those are basically test marketing. That is a method of test marketing, showing product displays and understanding whether customers are showing their interest or not before they go and launch that product, final product launch. So then we'll first discuss what are the difference between standard, control test, and simulated test marketing, right? Standard test marketing, which we just discussed right before your kind of Hindustan Levers, Lipton iced tea, and all those things. They generally do it in Hyderabad. Is a typical Hyderabad and Pune actually, right? These are two typical locations where this kind of standard test marketing being done. So before new product launch, you go and try to test your, actually when you launch full-fledged products, right? What will be the response from the customers? So select few cities to conduct test market which represent the national market. So like I said, in India, basically Hyderabad and Pune are the two locations. Afterwards, the company distributes the products to retailers, wholesalers, perform everything marketing mix variable to make the sale, right? So this is where you have to build that design of experiment. Different stores, different packets maybe, different stores, number of quantity might be different. Let's say somewhere you are just going by the boxes, somewhere only with the pouches. Combination of that, different pricing strategy, 1+1 or 10 gram extra, right? Or 20 gram extra. We are launching this product. So you are trying to, because understand which promotion. So different marketing mix on the pricing side, channel side. So if I'm putting that product in my e-commerce through Amazon or Flipkart, will that be much more like attracting to customers, or they want to go and see the package, then only they're buying? So different kind of combinations can be done, right? Then on the pricing part, a different pricing, 100 rupees per 6 sachet in comparison to 200 gram, this much price, right? So different pricing, different promotions. So same promotions, social media promotions, or through your website promotions, or flyers in the showroom, like not showrooms, in this case modern retail outlets, right? So here you want to try, so that is something known as multivariate testing. We'll discuss that also. So you try to understand, so you design those experiments, look into your sample and try to understand which is working better. Then you get sales, actual sales is happening, feedback, reaction is analyzed to make a comparison on the national campaign. Then you decide, okay, I should launch this product at this price point. These are the promotions. Then you might decide that no, okay, 70% of my product should go through online, because mostly people are buying online this kind of product, right? So that those kind of decision point you will be able to take through this, right? And decision on channel, decision on pricing, decision on promotions, decision on product packaging, before you launch your final product, right? Because these are the changes you can carry out. So standard test method is you are actually going to the market. You have a product, you have created those products and going to the market before launching the final product. So obviously here you are not going to, like most of the times people, so that you might have done before, right? How taste and all those things, right? So those things while developing the product itself you might have done. Now what you're looking in the marketing mix, right? Mostly on the packaging side, promotion side, pricing side, and the channel side, place. So this is the standard test marketing, which is most popular, right? Uh, Many companies, whenever you want to launch a product, they will do this. For sure, they're going to do this. Then control test marketing, right? Only thing the difference is there, you kind of do not announce this kind of launches, right? Sometimes, let's say you are selling this Ashirwad data, along with that, you will give a sachet. People will try it and give their feedback, or along with that. So that is a typical example, right? You have a branded product which is selling very like frequently. People are happy with that product. You try and give those certain new sachet, new shampoo packet, or new kind of certain tea, green tea packets, right? And try to understand their feedback, whether people came back and asking for that product. So this is a control test market, right? So similarly, the same thing what we did in the previous one, standard test market. You can do also different packages also, right? Pricing also, promotions also, right? So here, how will you do that? An organization select stores based on geography. Again, same thing. Ask them to sell the product for free. Here, the idea is you are not actually, customers are not actually buying that. Either you are giving it for free sample products. Sometimes, in if you go to Reliance Retail or this Big Bazaar, there will be certain sample products. But again, the challenge is that some customers will take every sample, right? So this is mostly on the like kind of this. If you go to this apparel stores, right? Some scents, deodorants, perfumes, right? So they ask you to try it out. They're not asking you to buy it, right? So they ask you to try it out and give their feedback. So this is somewhere your control test market. If you go to, let's say, pantaloons and all those things, sometimes they might ask you to like try this new scent or new perfume, all those things, right? So selected stores are divided in two panels, obviously test and control. This is a design of experiment. The panel stores are matched based on in market variables. So you keep similar, right? So test control means control, you are making no changes. So that is control. So parameters are same, you are not putting any changes. Test is somewhere whatever new parameter you are adding, right? In stores designated as a test panel, changes are usually made concerning pricing, product location, point of sale. Within stores classified as control, no changes made. So I have a pantaloon store where I do not have this kind of new products, new scents, whatever, or new packets. I have a similar pantaloon store. So this is where the difference between test and control. Control is where you are not selling that new product or not testing it, right? You are not, you do not have the access of that new product or prototype. Test is where actually you are putting that product, right? You might give that as a free sample, right? And now you want to understand the customer responses, reactions, whether customers come back and asking for that new product, or customers are actually happy with the pricing changes, right? So this is where your control test happens. So the main difference between standard test is actually customers go and pay money, buy product as it is, right? New product launched in a selected market, people go and look into a new product and buy it. Here, control test market, your salespersons will be there, go and ask them to try this new product, right? Most of the times, you can give them as a free sample or just taste it, right? In food courts, big five-star restaurant, they ask you to taste a new drink and something like that, right? So those are the techniques, right? Control test market. Any doubt up to this point? We have discussed only two techniques, standard and control. Okay. So next is simulated test market. Simulated means simulation, right? Not reality. So that you do in a laboratory, because let's say this is a very confidential product, right? Coke launching new Coke, something like that, a new formulation of cold drinks, right? You do not want to give that to right now to your retailers or distributors, right? But before launching, obviously you try to understand the customer response, right? So you create those kind of simulated environments. Some companies like big these FMCG companies, they have this kind of similar kind of modern retail outlet. So they will have different brand of products, right? Now what you do, same thing what actually happens in the standard test market, right? Which happens in reality. Now your Nielsen does that. Nielsen do have this kind of marketing outlets, right? So they will not do anything. They will give you, let's say, 500 coupon or 300 rupees coupon, and they will ask you go that, and let's say you want to buy some tea, buy some coffee, right? Go and buy. So they will have different competitors along with this new product, and this is a simulated one because really it is not happening. It is not customers' money. You are paying them certain money and trying to simulate the actual environment, actual sales environment, right? Why do you do that? Because till now, till that point of time, you want to keep your product launch confidential, because if competitor comes to know that you are launching a new product, new kind of certain product portfolio, they might have a different plan. They might suddenly reduce price or launch their own product. So that is somewhere you do a simulated test marketing. So it is that. So ask them to purchase from the given options, right? You go and visit those stores and try to buy whatever you. So there somebody is not forcing you, right? In control test, what happens? You go and give that sample. You ask them to taste the product. Here, it is actual sales environment, but simulated in different environment, right? In the where they can see you and observe you, right? Then once you make that decision, right? Participant purchase a product from the competitive set that includes the new product, right? If they choose that product, then they will ask that why you choose that new product, right? If you do not choose, then you will ask that did you see that there is a new product? Did you observe that there is a new product which was in the store? Some customers might say that no, we are not able to differentiate because all of the products are in the red color. I just looked into the brand name, so whichever was top, and I just took that product. So that give you idea that okay, my packaging need to get changed because all the competitors products are also in the same color, right? So both way, if a competitor buys also, you'll ask why they bought. If they did not buy also, you'll ask why did they buy. Later on, consumers were asked to choose a product on a shelf with competitors product in case of preference approach. How so that is a preference scale, right? If I have two products, I have to choose one. If I have three products, I have to choose two, right? So this is where you're on their preference set. Where do you lie? If I have money to buy three different products from five products, whether you are in that top three or not, right? And last, in order to determine consumers' experience, short interview and telephone call after they use, right? After they start using that product, right? After a few days. So this is again a difficult proposition, right? You have to collect that critical mass of customers who will visit that simulated because they're not going to a real store. So they'll come to, so that is somewhere companies have strategically put their these test market, these kind of stores in some few cities, right? So here they can ask few customers to come and visit those simulated locations, and they agree for this kind of interviews, right? So that is the most difficult part. Somebody will use that product, later on you will call them, they'll give their feedback, right? Unless they have monetary benefits, they will not come, right? So this is the difference between standard test market, control test market, and simulated test market, which is basically for B2C products, our FMCG products, automobiles, whichever products we generally use. Any questions, any doubt on this three? Then based on those research, you will be able to forecast your market, right? We had discussed the market forecasting in B2B, right? How you forecast market share or market size. So this is your attention, trial, and repeat method, right? Attention, trial, people are able to see the product, potentially target market buyer units. Now people are aware or give attention to your product, willing to try new product. How many of them are willing to try that new product, right? When you do those test marketing, these numbers will come, right, from your all those market testing. Find new products in the store that is available, right? Sometimes it might that like in the control test market, people will come and inquire that product is not available, right? So how many kind of stores do have your products? How many stores do not have your products, right? Like product enough to rebuy it. That is the repeat purchase, right? So awareness, trial, AT, then availability, whether that product is available or not, then repeat, ATAR method. So how will you calculate this? I'll show you an example. So how many units sold, how will you calculate that? Number of buying units, that is your total market size for FMCG products. Let's say tea or coffee drinkers. Percentage of target market, T by M is your target market. However, a product A. So that is A, right? Whether your product right now, after your advertisements, TV advertisement, social media advertisement, how many products now, how many sample, how many customers know that there is a new organic tea from your brand, right? So that is the percentage awareness. Out of that, how many are actually interested into trial your product? In the control test market, when you ask them, are you willing to take this sample or are you willing to test this product? How many of them are actually trying that product? In the standard test market, from the purchase data, you will be able to know that how many actually tried that product. Able to find product at retailer says. Sometimes what might happen, customers are not able to find customers that new product is not there in the retail store. It has been sold out. So they coming and asking for the product, new product. So where is this product? Last week I had bought this. Now it is not there, right? So that will give you the percentage availability. Then percentage of target market who become repeat purchasers. So this, if you do it for 3 months or 6 months period. So if let's say it is a normal packet of 6 sachet or 10 sachet, right? You know that monthly consumption or weekly consumption is this much. How many of them came back and bought that again, right? So that will give you a potentially good number to understand that, okay, if I launch this product monthly or yearly, what will be my potential revenue, right? So basically you can multiply frequency of purchase and quantity of purchase. Then average price. So basically what will be your revenue? Average price multiplied by frequency of purchase multiplied by the whatever quantity they are purchasing, right? So let me go give you an example. Okay. Let's say there are 10 million consumers, that is 1 crore around tea drinkers or coffee drinkers who, from my market research, I know that. So this is the target group who are much more interested in green tea, right? So this is my target market buying unit, right? So from my market research, I came to know that persons from age group from 25 to 35, there are around 1 crore potential customers who are willing to move into green tea rather than drinking tea or normal tea or coffee, right? So start with 10 million customers, consumers. So how many of them are aware about my launch of this new product? Because from last 3 months, I am showing this TV advertisement that new product is coming to your nearby stores. You can also buy it from the websites, Amazon and all those things, right? So when I do that test marketing, I come to know that only 60% of them are aware about. So that is somewhere the 40% gap. After putting that kind of advertisement money, still 40% of the customers are unaware about my product or this organic tea, right? How many of them are actually willing to test my product? So this is, so from 10 million right now, actually 6 million customers are aware about my product. Out of that, only 20% are willing to trial because they are already, let's say they are Tata tea or some Lipton, they are using existing green tea. They don't want to switch their brand, or they have a homemade organic tea, right? So they don't want to switch to a new brand. So out of them, only 20% said that they will trial your new product. So that give you a 1.6 million multiplied by 20% is 1.2 million. That is 12 lakh customers, right? Out of that, when they go to store and find that, okay, on the 75% stores, your products are available, right? Not all the modern retail outlets, grocery shops will have your products, right? Because if it is a new product, not 100% of your channel will be storing your product. So that discussion would have happened with your channel partners. Because see, all your modern retail outlets, Abe, so they cannot keep all the products from a single brand, right? So they have to keep products from different brands. When I say that, okay, I'm launching this product, not all the modern retail outlets say that, okay, I'll take and keep your product unless you give a better margin or commission, right? So that is somewhere that this part you already know, right? So you know that only 75% of area will be your products will be available of your total kind of channels or distributors, right? So basically that means what 1.2 million or 12 lakh customers are interested in your product to trial that product, but only 75% of them will have access to that product because around 25% of the stores this product is still not available. Then how many of them when they come back, right? So this is again, if you're doing that study for 6 months, you'll come to know that how many of actually came back and asked or rebought that product, right? Or let's say 50% of them came back and bought that product, right? So your potential customer market share will be 4,50,000 customers. So on that you multiply average price. Let's say average price for a box is 100 rupees, 4,50,000 into 100 multiplied by frequency of purchase. In a year, let's say they buy 6 times or 12 times monthly once they are buying that packet, right? 12 multiplied by 100 multiplied by this 4 lakh. That becomes your potential market share annual revenue in a year. Then obviously you have to discount seller margin and all those things, right? Is this calculation clear or any doubt on this?
That last calculation we will add or something 9 lakh plus 4.5 lakhs we will add or something.
We will not add that, right? So out of 9 lakh customers, 4 lakh 50 customers are going to actually rebuy it. So this is a remember trial, right? So you gave 9 lakh customers who tried your product. Out of them, 4 lakh 50, like half of the customers will come back and keep using your product. So you gave your product, let's say the sachet or those whatever tea samples, 9 lakh customers bought it first time, right? Out of that, 50% of them actually coming back regularly. For the last 6 months, you have seen around 50% of the customers come back and rebuy those products. Now you know that you have created a habit. Those 4,50,000 customers will be yours at least for 1 year. They are going to buy your product. Obviously, again, there is increase in market share if you are able to do a good advertisement. Later on, in the other years, you'll be able to increase your market share. But as of now, to launch your product, this should be an ideal number to start. So 4,50,000 your target unit that you know that you are confident that these are your customer for a year because they have kept buying your product.
Yes, sir, got it.
So now these are about the FMCG product. Then what about software products, right? So as you know that if it is application, right? Some of the times if you go and look into WhatsApp, look into your Instagram, right? So there will be continuously they'll be improving their product. So that is something called alpha testing, beta testing, then a full scale testing, right? Alpha testing is basically for mostly for the software developers who are developing those products, right? It is inside the company. If I'm building a ERP software inside the company, my software developers, testers will see those products, right? Full after the software is ready. Before that, obviously, this kind of testing would have been done. Some of you, if you are from software or IT background, you might be knowing that. So you do the unit testing, each module wise you do a unit testing, then module get integrated, build the complete product, that is the integration. Then finally system testing, right? Whether you launch the final software or that application, is there an issue with server? How much time it takes to load? Is there a crashing? Is there any bugs, right? So after all this happens, right? Finally your product is ready for launch. Software product is ready for launch. So first we carry out a alpha testing, which is inside a lab environment. Sometimes we might, if it is a client product, right? Let's say I'm developing a software for a bank. So those clients might come and use that software in our lab environment, right? Beta testing, when actually you launch the product, let's say it is a same banking product in the limited SBI branches, they start using the new like kind of payment system software, right? So this is where it is being tested in the customer's environment, actual environment. Alpha testing, which is in a lab environment. Most of the times, maybe the employees themselves are testing, or you might ask the client to come to test those products. Beta testing, actual customers, some of the customers were selected, right, randomly. If you look into Google Play Store, some there will be some products every time. If you search on beta tested product, that will be always a few products which you can get for like companies doing beta testing. Once you agree to terms and conditions, they look into how much time you are spending on that application, and they will get your feedback. What was your experience of using that product? Then full scale show when actually the product is ready. Generally not required most of the times unless it is a kind of a TCS is selling some product to SBI and all those things, right? So it is like to in your physical cases it's like ribbon cutting, right? Full scale launch for SBI across all those 1,000 branches, 1,200 branches. So that is again a, so you know that the product is finally ready to be used across different locations, different branches, right? So mostly if you look into software products applications, we talk about these two kind of testing, alpha testing and beta testing. Then what about website and mobile application? Mostly websites, right? So there is a few tests, A by B testing. If some of you have taken this digital marketing analytics, right? We'll discuss in detail those methods. Uh, A by B testing, A/B testing, or multivariate testing. Anybody can give an example what is the A/B testing and a multivariate testing, particularly let's say Amazon or a Flipkart or any other website, Facebook, Instagram. What do you mean by from this uh, infographics what I'm showing here? What do you mean by A/B testing or multivariate testing? Already I have written the definition.
Sir, A by B testing, I have no idea, but multivariate testing is where the multiple variables are modified.
Okay. Can you give an example? For take a website, when you say variables, what will be variables for a typical website? Let us talk about Amazon's website. I guess most of us have used that website, right?
So is it like testing some part of the or some feature in different element, that is A by B testing, or having two different web pages for the same elements we are testing, and where if you are testing different elements in a single web page only, that is multivariate testing.
Okay. So for Amazon, what will be different elements?
Is it like if a customer is visiting a Amazon website, that is visiting a website and then going for the product details, that is come under A by B testing, sir?
Then what about multivariate?
So like showcasing the products or some providing some options in a single page. So if you're testing some new options in a single page, so
Okay. To certain extent, you are correct. Basically, when you talk about A/B testing, right? It is written here. It is only a single element. Single element. Think about a web page. Web page can be the content you are writing, or the color of the page, or the button, or the call to action button, or the click here, right? So these are the elements of a web page, right? Or the basket design of that basket, that cart, what shopping cart, what you are saying, right? But when you talk about multivariate, right? Combination of those elements. If I want to test all those combination of elements in a single page, right? Then it will be multivariate testing. But if I'm only testing single element, that will be A by B testing. So just to give an example, let's say I have a banner ad, right? So this is a 300 by 250. It is a 300 to 50. This is light gray or light blue. This is dark color banner ads, which you see in those web pages, right? So if I'm just looking, everything else remains same. So this is A version, this is B version, but only a single element. So in that web page, I'll create two different websites. Everything in those websites remains same. When I say everything means like color or text, everything remains same. Only one element will have different color or different text or different size, right? So that I need to decide, and that is what I'm going to test. So that is A version and B version which I'm going to test for the same element. For a single element there are two versions. So in this case this is a banner ad, this is a banner ad which is dark, same size, everything is written, only thing is that variation A, variation B. So click through rate is how many people are going and clicking it. So that is in website. So this is measured through click through rate, CTR. So here I say that. So how do you do that? So what? So this is what in the previous slide it was showing, right? So I have total how many people, like this is my original website. Original website, all the borders were in green. Then I have a variation A, which the borders, that page borders, all that page. So it can be as simple as that. My page borders are blue, here orange. So how many people? So this is randomly distributed, right? So this is where you need to have that kind of tool, marketing automation tool or web optimization tool. So visitors come, you will not know which Amazon page I am visiting. You might be visiting same Amazon India page, but the screen which is visible to you is not same as me. And it happens a lot. It is happening every time. The same web page which I'm opening in my laptop, because I might be looking at different version of Amazon, and these changes will be so slight that I'll not able to look into that. But without that, when I'm doing certain behaviors, they'll be studying that. So I might not look into, as a customer, I might not realize what are the changes, but I'm doing certain actions. I'm putting kind of those product in my cart, buying certain things, right? Looking into some additional product. You also will be doing those things, right? But when it is only for a single element, in this case on the border of that page, originally it was green, now it is variation A is this. So these two I am testing, variation A and variation B. Same number of customers, but customers are randomly assigned. I cannot say that okay, Indian customers you send to this, Pakistan customers you send to this. Amazon India blue and Amazon Pakistan it is orange. I cannot do that. So randomly customers will be assigned, right? And I'll see that what is. So here actually we do not look into conversion in incremental testing. In A/B testing we look into click through rate. How many people are actually clicking through that page, whatever I wanted them to click. Let's say there is an offer, there is a Citibank offer, there is a HDFC offer. How many of you clicked that? So that will give me idea that okay, this is where I should put my banner at. So this is A/B testing. Say one element, different version. I want to understand how many people will click. Welcome to our website. Text, everything will remain same. Font size, text, color, everything will remain same. Only thing what I'm doing here, learn more blue, learn more green. Right. Whether there is a click rate change here, 52%, 72%. Again, it is an example, not necessarily every time. But this is I'm statistically testing that yes, there are people who are clicking whenever the symbol is green many times more, right? So accordingly what will happen after the test period is over, 3 months or 6 months is over, my final web page will be where this element will be in the green color, right? So this is A by B testing or A/B testing, where I'm looking into the same element, different versions. Multivariate testing is again same approach, randomly distributed visitors, but where it happens, if you see, I have different element and different combination of element. Here you see page title is on the left side, here right side. This is one element, page title. News block is here, rectangular. News block is rectangular but distributed indifferently. Content body is here in the bottom page. Here is on the top page. Sign up form, navigation bar, different. See how it is distributed in the left page, how it is distributed in the right page, right? And accordingly I look into how many people actually signed up for my web page, signed up for my blog. And if I find a difference, statistically different, right? It should not be that okay, 75 and 50. Ideally I should not tell here version B is better than version A. So there are t testing, right, which you have done. 2 sample t test, 1 sample t test. Generally that is the same formula. We do that and say that yes, if I actually doing for the whole population, version B people will like version B better. So I hope you understand the difference between these two. Here single element, different two versions. Here combination of different elements. Version A have combination of different elements. Version B is a combination of different elements. Is this clear or any doubt?
Sir,
Yeah.
what I have experienced during searching in Amazon, sir, actually when I search for any headphone with a black color, and a person who is sitting adjacent to me is searching the same headphone, but the website showing the same headphone with different color. Is this come under multivariate or what, sir?
That depends. So not necessarily every time they're doing a multivariate testing. Sometimes based on your past purchase history. Somebody who is buying always a
No, sir.
premium product.
Suppose.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Suppose I am referring the same link to the person who is sitting adjacent to me, that I'm searching this headphone, and when he clicking with that
It
link,
is not nothing
then
with the
at that
link,
time,
right?
sir.
So that's what I said. It is not nothing with the link. The account from which you are signing up. The page which
Okay,
you'll
sir.
see in any website depends upon which account you are signing it up. So like I said, if I always buy a premium product, same product if I'm searching, my first page will be the most premium products. But somebody who is a little bit cost conscious and looking into the product range between 2000 or 1000, less than 1000, initial search it will showing those products. So that is customized, but not necessarily it is a multivariate testing. Sometimes based on past search behavior, those pages are shown to you. But sometimes these companies do those kind of tests. Like you said, same link. If I have created account, you have created account. There is no previous past history, or our past histories are same. We have the same search criteria. I might be seeing a green button, blue navigation bar. You might be seeing a different web page. Content will be same most of the time. Clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Then
Sir, these
yeah.
all are. Sir, these all are done by the research is done by the marketing research team, and then it will be developed by web developer, right, sir?
Uh, Not necessarily marketing research team. There is already inbuilt softwares. So there are softwares like Hotjar, Marketo. So there are already softwares available. You need not have to market research team need not have to do anything. Already softwares for market testing. Already softwares are inbuilt. So that's why it will
Okay, sir.
different from market research. It is a part of market research, but the solutions are already available. Most of the times you need not have to create anything new.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So incremental testing is again a part of. Let me see how much time. Okay, I'll take another 1 minute. Incremental testing again is a part of A/B testing, but here I'm looking into how many actual sales conversion happened, right? Conversion rate or CBR. In your A/B testing, it is how many people are clicking on that button, clicking on that web page, clicking on that blog, opening that blog. Here it is how many actually going and subscribing to that blog or purchasing that item, right? So here if I say I have two campaigns, right? One is where there is a overlay where I'll say that, okay, are you interested to subscribe to my blog, or are you interested to purchase this item, right? Some pop-up message comes, right? And then you buy, click it, then the sale happens, right? Sometimes in the Instagram, if you are logging into any website, right? Some overlay message will come, 75% sale, click here, right? We are giving away because you are the new customer, you are giving 40% discount, right? If let's say there is no overlay, there is no this kind of item in a website, right? How many people actually, because there will be also people who will buy if they're interested in this product, right? They'll go and add that product in the cart and buy it, right? So again, they'll see that, okay, how many people actually due to this overlay, how many people bought this product? If there is no change, there is no overlay, how many products they bought, right? Similar to A/B testing, but here I'm not looking into how many people clicked on that page, right? Click happened. After that, I'm looking into after clicking how many actually bought this product, right? So this is where the conversion rate happens, right? Because clicking also you'll go to that page, but before purchasing, you'll close the page. Most of the time it happens, right? You'll say that, okay, the price is too much. Even after 60% discount, it is 1000 rupees or 2000 rupees. Let me wait for some more time. If that happens, so that is where the click-through rate. I'm just clicked the page, clicked buy, but actually did not buy. Conversion rate actually after clicking I bought it, right? So this is the example, right, where overlay has happened, that pop-up message has happened. So there was 90% traffic, 6,100 people came and clicked on that. Impression sale 776 out of 600, 100. 776 actually bought the product. After clicking, the 776 people actually bought this product. Total revenue is this much kind of euros. Then what is my conversion rate? 12.7%. That means this many people clicked 6,100. This many people actually converted 776 divided by 6,100. Same thing similarly for the campaign 2. I am running parallelly 2 campaigns. So here 10.4%. If there is no overlay, so this messages is not coming saying that you are the new user or you are the lucky user, will give 75% discount to you, right? How many people are actually bought finally? 10 people. 404 people visited the website. Out of that, only 10 people bought. So the conversion rate is around 2.5%, right? So here I'll able to know that what is the uplift. By running that program, I'm able to increase my conversion rate by 11.1% in campaign 1, in campaign 2 by 8%, right? Then obviously I have to statistically test it, right? Whether it is for the larger population, this will remain true, right? So this is again an extension of here A/B testing, but I'm looking into the conversion rate, not into the only click-through rate. Is this part clear? Okay, I'll stop here. So there are 2 more things: user testing, usability testing. So we'll discuss that in the next class, right? Any last question?
Sir, can you share the today's class recording, sir?
Yes, I think there was not an issue with PGP Office for class recording sharing. Let me clarify that. I think for other classes also some students were asking. So once I clarify that,
Yes, sir.
I'll share all those class recordings.
Sir, slides also, sir.
Yeah, slides anyhow I'll share. Slides no
Okay.
problem.
Okay.
But on the recording there were certain issues last semester. Let me clarify that and I'll share. But slides anyhow, slides I'll keep sharing.
Sir,
Okay.
I missed my attendance.
Roll number?
Sir, roll number 10.
Okay. Chalo.